Good morning, I am Gerhard Mathangani with today's Sports Brief. 1 week from today, Alabama will play for its 18th national championship in program history. The Tide earned their spot in the title game after their 31-14 victory over Notre Dame. Alabama recorded 437 yards of total offense, 297 through the air. Heisman finalist Devontae Smith was spectacular. 7 catches for 130 yards and 3 touchdowns.
My performance, I wouldn't be able to do it without my quarterback, the offensive line, running back, just the whole team. The defense getting me prepared for the game today. I wouldn't be able to do none of it without them.
And that's just the basic adage of football is take what the defense gives you. And obviously we have the best offensive line, so we have plenty of time to take shots downfield and then plenty of time to hit the quick game stuff to our receivers, tight ends, and running backs. So really Sark just kind of dials it up and we just make the plays for him.
Well, I think you have to be able to play every style. I think that, if people get a beat on you in terms of, what is successful against you and you don't have answers for it, then everybody's going to do it and they're going to take, a lot of things away. I think the thing that was a little tough for us in the second half is we didn't run the ball very effectively in the second half. We wanted to try to take the air out of it, at the end of the game. Didn't have much success. They had the ball for almost the entire last 8 minutes of the game. And but we have to be able to finish, a little bit better, regardless of what style of defense anybody's going to try to play against us. And I'm sure we'll learn from it and hopefully do better the next time.
The Tide will face number 3 Ohio State in the national championship game next Monday night at 7 o'clock in Miami. In other news, Alabama offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian will once again be a head coach. Sark took the head coaching position at Texas after the Longhorns fired Todd Herman on Saturday. Sarkisian won the Broyles Award for the top assistant coach in the nation this year. He will stay on staff with the Tide through the national championship game.
This is an exciting time for me. What an amazing opportunity. And I'd just like to thank President Hartzell, Chairman Chris, everybody involved that came to the conclusion that I was the right man for the job. And clearly it's time to roll our sleeves up and go to work. I think, it's been pretty well documented. I'm going to stay with Alabama here for another week until we get through the national championship game, which I think is the right thing to do. I made a commitment to Coach Saban and to these players and to see that through in the championship game. And then directly after that, I'll be in Austin and we will go to work. And I think we've got some great days ahead of us. But like I said, there's plenty of work to be done. But there's a lot of tools in the shed to get that work done. So looking forward to the opportunity. Thank you again.
And finally, the football world lost a Titan over the weekend. Former JSU head coach and Alabama football player Dalton Sauls passed away yesterday. Sauls won the most games of any coach in JSU history, posting 95 victories in 19 seasons. Sauls led the Gamecocks from 1946 to 1952, then again from 1954 to 64. He was inducted into the JSU Hall of Fame in 1986 and the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame in 1992. As a player, he was a fullback for Alabama on the 1941 national championship team. Sauls was 101 years old. And that's your Sports Brief this morning. Our program continues next.